Hello, everyone. It is Brian here, and it is Slashback Saturday again. And the theme that Joe the Horror Man has set for us this week is titled Standalone Slashers, which means slasher films that didn't spawn any sequels. And the film I chose to review this week is Evil Ed. And this is a Swedish horror film from 1995. And this film centers around a film editor who is assigned to work in what they call the blood and gore department, which is really should have just been called the horror movie department. And he's set to edit all these horror films. He censoring them actually. The original title of this movie was actually called The Censor, but because he's seen all these gory images, he starts to hallucinate and go insane. And that's pretty much the plot of this one. I actually have mixed feelings about this plot, just that because when I was growing up, like I was known for being the horror film geek, and a lot of people generally don't like horror films, so they always think that something was wrong with me because I liked horror films. I've been kind of living in a bubble in the last little bit because I have all you guys to communicate with and stuff. So like it's normal to me that people would like horror films, but I know people that when I talk about horror films, I go, I hate horror films. But no, enough of this nonsense. Anyways, back to the review. So in this film, he goes insane because he's editing these horror movies. And because of this, he has hallucinations. And I kind of wish that this film had actually gone with a more supernatural element, because it's the creature effects and hallucinations are actually quite decent. It kind of reminded me in some aspects of like as Evil Dead 2. Another weird thing about this film too is even though this film doesn't have a sequel, it really easily could have had a sequel because this film has like pretty much two endings. Like the film editor, for the most part, has been working alone in his house for some reason. He's secluded in the house, and that's where he goes insane. And whenever someone comes to the house, he pretty much kills them. And that's kind of like the first hour of this movie. But the last third of the film takes place in the same asylum, and that's where this really could have been a sequel. Um, so he ends up in there in the psych ward of the hospital, and he gets loose, and that's pretty much the leads to the climax of this film. It's a very odd film. It's supposed to be a horror comedy, but I didn't really laugh that much with it. The gore effects are okay. Like the last kill at the end of the film is like probably the best kill. Most of the best gore is also contained within film segments. Like for the most part, he's editing out a series of movies called the Loose Limbs, and that's where we get the film sequences, and that's where most of the gore is contained until he goes crazy. This is an okay film. I don't know what else to really tell you about it. Just watch this one with friends. Don't watch it by yourself. You won't enjoy it as much. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.